If you hear a siren coming behind you, pull to the side if you can. Stop and wait until the police car or a fire truck goes by. That's how to ensure your safe arrival.
Well, let's learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their home.
I would like us to spend a little time on singular and plural. I know it can be quite a minefield, but it needn't be. Some words are exactly the same in the singular as they are in the plural form, like arsenal. I often hear people add an unnecessary S when they want to say the plural of arsenal, but arsenals is not an English word. The plural form of arsenal is arsenal. This is quite a common mistake I've heard people make with other words. It's equipment, not equipments. Furniture, not furnitures. Stationery, not stationaries. Infrastructure, not infrastructures. Yeah, I know you get the picture now. And so we can now all say it right and improve our vocabulary, not vocabularies. There we go then. So, shall we get on with the news review? Brought to us by Milo, Energy to Go Further, and Enterprise Life's Family Income Security Plan. Enterprise, your advantage. Now, you know, later we're talking about the RTI requests and the funny responses we've been getting. I think we have a clip of Muntaka, Mutala Mohammed, right, making a comment about it. Forgive me, yes, Mr. Mutala Mohammed. Let's hear him.
Well, first and foremost, let me quickly respond to one of the reasons they gave to Joy for their refusal to provide you with the information you sought from them. If they said that the monies were paid directly to Frontier Health, I mean, that is absolutely nonsense. And I say this without any apology. Every $150 that was paid, Ghana Airport Company had $2 from every $150. How did they calculate the $2? So what it means is that on everybody who makes payment, Ghana Airport Company knew they were getting $2. So they can easily provide the information. Because if you are assuming that 3 people came through the airport, so you multiply 150 by 3, that gives you $450. And out of the $450, you get $6. So simply they are unwilling to provide them. It is also important to state that I asked the question demanding to know. And the minister in his response on the floor said he provided same to the committee when he appeared before the committee and said he was going to provide it. As I sit today, months after that statement, that information has not been provided.
Imagine. And I mean, these are people serving in public office. It's not your private business that we are coming to pry into. This is public office. Information that is due us as your employers. Right?
Yes, and as somebody who had actually paid the $150 fine to, it's interesting that the people I rarely believe work for me, that's the airport company, who represent my interests at all points in time, is giving an indication they have no way of indicating how much is involved, how much has been received, and how much this republic got out of it.
So they themselves, how much have they got out of it?
That's because surprisingly, you would have believed one way or the other that they would know. The minister last year was giving how much government has gotten out of it, how much even frontiers have made. So how come the minister is aware and the airport company
is not aware?
The party that is to the contract is not aware of it. Anyway, this frontiers anyway.
All right, okay. The news review now brought to us by Milo, Energy to Go Further, and Enterprise Life's Family Income Security Plan. Enterprise, your advantage.
Now, let me start with the Ghanaian Times. There's a story of Ghana bagging some 731 million in half year 2022 alone from oil revenue, and that's the PIAC boss, Professor Kwame Adon Frimpong, giving the detail there. And there's also one about speculation on Ghana's debt restructuring is premature. This is being sourced to the IMF. President receives 4 new envoys to Ghana, and the Congolese one is with the picture on the front page. Jeanette, very popular in the diplomat circles, is on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. One more. 12 excavators used for illegal mining has been seized in the Ashanti region. You know how when you make some noise about what's happening on the Galamsey front, then you get a quick indication that some action is being done. Then immediately we turn to other issues, let's say in the next few months or so, then nothing happens on the slate anyway. But there's some action that we are being promised here. There's a story that I'm not sure. Mamavi can help me out. Mamavi, I see 100,000 men in Mia, the breast campaign.
This is Mia the breasts.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get it. I didn't know that it was tree. I mean, mindful of my competency.
Is men? No. This is I think it's just a very creative way because it is Men in Arms Against Breast Cancer. It's just a short form, but it also means something.
So it stands. No,
so Mia.
So it's Mia.
Yeah.
Men in Arms Against Breast Cancer.
Exactly.
Not the literal P version.
Well, but it also encourages that because
So what's the name of the
campaign
campaign?
is for
What's the name of the
men
campaign?
to help women.
Mia the breast campaign.
Okay, so this is to help fight breast cancer.
Exactly.
And they say that they are teaching 100,000 men how to screen for lumps and all the other things and detect breast cancer in women. Except that when I saw it, I was confused for a very long time.
How is that? Because you're also very familiar with the breasts.
Yes, yes. I have a working knowledge of the anatomy of the mammary
This is
glands.
not
Yes.
even working knowledge.
And the practice of miaing is not one that you would consider alien to your
Exactly. That's
your-
why the
your
campaign
skill set.
It's a good campaign.
Yeah, they say I should move on to another story, but don't politicize festivals. That's Henry Cortes speaking there, the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
Listen, I know we're moving on from this thing, but let's be clear that the reason why they've used such creative terminology is for the awareness.
That's true.
So we ought not be just skipping over it, actually.
Brilliant. Because, I mean, but for the
time,
terminology,
yes.
I'm very convinced myself and Mamavi will never discuss it.
Because of the time. Let's move
yes,
on to
but
the-
because of time constraints, we'll have to make time for it later.
But
We
this
don't
is-
want it to sound like we are dismissing such an important
This is for
topic.
you to practice not on me but your wife. The Daily Graphic newspaper, front page. Gold firms
We should have
begin
moved on.
Sales. Gold firms begin sales to Bank of Ghana. 125,000 ounces expected last quarter. Land scarcity impedes Agenda 111 in Greater Accra. Are we all okay? Are we on the same page now?
Yes, we
Can
are
I
still on the same page.
go through the Daily Graphic?
We are with you.
All right. The Mia campaign is also in the graphic. It says Mia empowers men to examine women for breast cancer. That's the whole idea. Aisha, one others slapped with additional 2-week custody. And yesterday, Joseph Acquah reported the other comments by the judge in the circuit court. Listen, I only hope that we're not using this adjournment, this police custody remand thing as a punishment.
Yeah.
Because that's not the whole idea.
That's not the rule of law, right?
Exactly. And
Everybody ought to be treated the same way.
exactly. And as we look on for this to happen, because they say the story itself actually says that the main prosecutor is not available and investigations are still ongoing. If you're not ready, why do you take the person to court? We're watching on, it is a foreigner, but it could be you. In fact, it's happened to Ghanaians.
Yes.
And we just shouldn't watch on because somebody has been tagged as a Galamsey kingpin. Where's
Yes,
the proof?
you are innocent until proven guilty. That's the general rule that we are supposed to apply here.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Anyway,
Well, Black Stars beats Nicaragua 1-0. It's
why
not
were
my
people
big
worried
paper.
about this score? I mean, because I didn't watch it, but later I was
No,
reading on
because
social
when
media.
Brazil got you, first half 3-0.
Ah,
Okay. Brazil, Tunisia 5-1. So when you are given a chance to play against the 139th or 38th ranked team in the world, and you're the Black Stars of Ghana, beat them.
Oh, we're expecting
convincingly.
better results.
Yes, not the 1-0 victory. Anyway, the
Hey,
Black Stars.
hey, we will criticize the Black Stars and criticize even their victory.
yeah, because people are saying that Otuado might have been another mistake. I mean, I was reading all of that. I was
Oh yes,
saying,
I have seen that.
This early,
all of a sudden, people say, "Oh, please, sack this scout and bring a proper coach." Anyway, let's get to the daily guide. Court bounces Galamsey Queen, 3 others again. And it says Lodina grabs cars and what? Cash from Nana. It says that amidst the recent whining by former President Mahama that the state has neglected him by not paying his emolument, his wife Lodina received 2 cars courtesy of the magnanimity of President Acquah. Okay. Galamsey chief brother granted bail. Acquah receives 4 envoys also here. Shirley beats German counterpart Shirley Aikoboche. And Hearts sack Samuel Boedu. Set to appoint expatriate. I don't know whether.
But can Hearts pay expatriate?
Oh, they can. I mean,
Hearts
It's interesting the direction that you want to take this.
And I am.
We celebrate Coach Boedu because he's been incredible. It's
Oh, no. People ask
the
that man to be
last
sacked.
few
Please.
games hasn't gone well, and
Yes.
you know the supporters. We are the reason he came
No,
in
you
the
know,
first
you
place.
are-
So this is not on the bad notes, even though it hasn't gone well in the last.
You know, for me,
few
I am
games.
actually
We
worried.
wish
that,
him well, but he will come back.
I'm actually worried
Phobia.
that when he came to play in Kumasi, celebrated that equalizer in the 89th minute. I thought he was going to save his career. Little did I know that Hearts was going to fire him. But I don't know why the leadership of Hearts of Folk thought that he could beat Asante Kotoko. I mean, they should be pleased that referee Blessed helped them to get a draw.
He's just ranting.
I would have kept him.
Nothing.
Should have
It's just
kept him.
empty rants.
No, I am
Practice how
unhappy.
to play penalties.
I am
Then
unhappy.
we can have a
I
conversation.
am unhappy that Coach Boedu has been fired
I'm
because he
listening
was
to
helping the
Winston,
cause.
yes. I'm listening to Winston.
He was helping the cause.
Kojo, shouldn't we go online?
Be drawing matches. Let's go to another. He was
I
helping
have
the
the
cause.
observer. Why are you moving on so fast?
Drawing matches and losing matches.
Yes,
Helping
please.
the cause.
You are right. Thank you so much, Winston. Now, the Ghana Observer is reporting this morning NPP has built more roads, interchanges than any government in history. That's the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. And I shall want trial. We need strong stance against illegal mining. Judge, that's the position that you were talking about earlier. Then Ghana pushes for peace and security in Ukraine. That has the foreign minister there. EC replies NDC and others on Ghana card for voter registration saga. That is what the Ghanaian Observer is presented this morning.
And the Daily Statesman, no decision to restructure Ghana's debts. IMF says all will depend on sustainability analysis report. Judge urges stiffer sanctions for Galamsey goons, and also NHI cancels waiting period for persons aged 70 and above. And Baumia Commission, Sino Hydro, Cape Coast Inner City Roads.
We retire at 60, but when we have to be on free NHI, it has to be at 70. Why?
Because there should be 10 years of lean
Waiting.
before you go into your 10 years of of benefit. I don't know. In other parts of the world, I think it's 60. All right, let's go online. The online review is brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest, Goyle, Good Energy, and Bigo Drink.
Want to deposit cash at your convenience? Well, you can now deposit your cash at select Zenith Bank ATMs nationwide. Simply visit Zenith Heights, East Legon, Techi Plaza, Spintex Road, Ahojo, Sunyai, and the Tamale branches of Zenith Bank to deposit your cash at a Zenith Bank ATM. Cash deposit via Zenith Bank ATMs are fast, easy, and convenient. Zenith Bank in your best interests.
All right, so we provided opportunities for medical students from Ukraine to enroll in Ghanaian universities. Dr. Banyubala from the Medical and Dental Council there. Let's see what's on citynewsroom.com this morning. Report on alleged $1.5 billion judgment debt against GNPC exaggerated. That's government's position. And I think we can now go for the BBC News.